Hello. I wanted to make this video and just share me. Yeah, I've received reflections multiple times that um, people don't really understand what it is I do based off of my social media, because I'm just really just sharing my being on there. But that's what I do. My being is my offering. My life is my offering. And that's really initially all I have to offer is my life, my being, and the experiences and the gates of initiation I have walked through to be here now in this moment. But yeah, I offer like energy sessions. I make magical items. Magical quantum items, magical walking staffs. I hold one-on-one ceremonies to go in depth with plant medicine, song journeys, just like to however long, really. It's my being, and that's like the craziest thing is I get a lot of people telling me what I need to do, and how I need to do it, and what I need to change, or what I need to do to gain the followers or have the right algorithm. But none of that feels true to my being. None of that feels true to my soul. So here I am, and I've just been in this place of like, okay, I know who I am. I know my worth. I know what I have to offer. I know it's sacred. I know it's beautiful. But it's my being. It's my being that I have to offer. And I can't really put that into an ad or into words or into really anything. It's the truth of my being. This is where I am in my life. This is my offering. I have my song, I have my soul, I have the truth of my being, and I have the love of God in my heart. And that's all I have to offer. And I love to hold space, and I love to be in ceremony, and I love to offer energy sessions, and I love to offer coaching, and I love to assist people with where they're at. But all it is really is my being in the presence of my being in my beingness, being in the being with each other, inviting the truth of our beings forward and allowing that to be seen. Yeah, so I've just been in a weird place of not really knowing what to do. Nothing needs to be done, but I'm also like, I want to assist people. I want to be of service to assisting others in realizing they're already healed, and realizing they're already whole, realizing they're home, and realizing their life is sacred, that they are perfect as they are, and the only healing that gets to happen is the revealing of the truth behind all of the things that has been painted across our being, our body, our psyche, and all of that isn't real, and we just get to wash that away. I want to assist in that. I want to keep doing what I'm doing and walking my path and following my being. But I'm in this place where I want to have the experience of having more finances. Because I have been winging it for 3 years, not knowing what's next, not knowing where I'm gonna eat, where I'm gonna sleep, all of the things, but it's beautiful. And I know it's all divine, and I know I'm always taken care of, because that's just the truth of it. We're always provided for. Everything I'm wearing, I was gifted, because I'm gifting my being freely. So I've been gifted freely, and I get that, and I receive that, and I'm grateful for that. And it's nice to be able to book a plane ticket and go where you know you're being called. And I know I've done it again and again and again, where no money, no nothing, and I'm like, oh, I meant to go here, and somehow someone shows up in my life and they're like, here's a plane ticket, and I end up there. And somehow a house lands, and somehow everything always aligns. So I know it's all divine and it's all fine and nothing's wrong. I'm just like speaking this process of where I'm at in my path of not wanting to sell, not wanting to brand myself, not wanting to sell healing, but also wanting to feel abundantly supported financially in my expansion, and continuing to pour onto the world and continuing to pour onto people. And I know I'm not the only one in this process right now. And I didn't think I'd be speaking about this process right now, but like, that's just where I'm at, is like, there's so much beauty inside. And I just haven't wanted to sell out. I haven't wanted to sell a lie. I didn't want to trick myself, and I never wanted to trick another. So in one way, I've kind of just been hiding myself from the world, but I don't want to do that. And I want to open in a way I've never opened before. I want to hold space in a way I've never held space before. I want to show up in a way I've never showed up before. And this is part of it, is me actually looking within and speaking the truth of my being, that I have a lot to share and I want to share it. And I'm learning how to share it in a way that feels good, that feels like it is fulfilling me in all of the ways, because when I pour freely unto others, it fulfills me instantly, because when you give, you receive. The act of giving is receiving. The minute you give, you are receiving. Without a thank you, without praise, without any of it, the gift of giving is the gift of receiving. It's the same thing. So feeling that in my being, when I give freely, I am automatically fulfilled spiritually. But I've been denying myself this physical part that actually does take a lot more of my energy than necessary, where I haven't been being fulfilled financially, and I haven't been asking for that financial fulfillment also. So here now I am affirming to myself that I am opening myself up to not only receiving and being fulfilled spiritually, but being fulfilled financially, physically, so I can take care of this body. So I can make sure I have the things that this body needs to be its most optimal state of energy, of bliss, of feeling taken care of. And that hasn't fully been the truth, because sometimes I don't have the money to buy the food that I know my body needs. And I eat a very clean diet, so yeah, sometimes when that isn't there and you're just living this way of free, everything being free, sometimes it's just what's there. What's there is what you got. And it's been beautiful, and I'm so grateful for this whole experience. Yeah, I'm just wanting to really speak this for myself, to soundboard this old life I was living in, this old way of the nomad, of the free giver, of just, yeah, living free, giving free, having what's there, and just being grateful for what's there and receiving what's there. But also recognizing I'm moving into a place that's beyond that, and it's not wrong. It's just experience. So here I am, experiencing myself, speaking about the experience I'm moving out of and what I'm feeling I'm moving into, which is just feeling fulfilled on all levels. Feeling supported on all levels, while still giving freely. Yeah. It's been wild. There were so many beliefs inside of me that I just felt bad asking for money. And I recognize that's not it anymore. And that's not honoring myself. That's not honoring my worth. That's not honoring my energy. And that shit's valuable. Our energy, our being, this value. It is abundance. And when we share our being, when we receive that finance, that back, we're receiving the reflection of the worthiness, the worth, the value of our being. And I didn't understand that before, but I see it now. I feel it now. I understand it. That it's not right or wrong. It is just a reflection back saying, yeah, here's the value of your being. You want to share a sacred space with my being? I am fully opening myself. I am fully pouring myself into you. Yes. The most honorable thing to do would be to ask for that value to be reflected back. Because by them honoring your value, by that financial reflection, they're honoring their value, because your value is their value and their value is your value. And I get it now that when we operate in these lower fields of lack, we are affirming lack for each other. So if I'm offering my being and it's met with lack, and I say, oh, okay, I get the lack, let me receive that lack, then what I'm receiving is my being is lacking. So let's not trade our worth, our value. When we are opening up in sessions, when we are opening up in energy work, in coaching, in anything, if it is our sacred offering, it is our being. Our being is pure value. Our being is valuable. It is rich. It is abundant. We ask for that value to be met, honored, respected, and reflected back to us. And whatever means necessary. I see now I can't give my value away freely unless it is being honored and valued. If the value isn't being valued, then it is not valuable. So if I am not being honored in what I am pouring, if I am not being valued in what I am giving, if the value and the truth of my being, of my heart that is pouring out, isn't being recognized or valued, then there is no value there. And in fact, that space is lacking. But my being, your being, does not lack. We perceive lack. And I will not take on any more false identities that I am lacking. I will no longer believe that I'm not enough, that my being is not valuable because I know it is. I feel it. I hear it when I sing. It's value. It's soul. It's eternal. It's God. And when we honor that in each other, we honor it in ourselves. When we value it in each other, we value it in ourselves. And when we celebrate it in others, we celebrate it in ourselves. So let us value each other. Let us value what our offerings. Let us value our own offerings. And let us value others' offerings. It's been such a long journey of sitting back. I haven't wanted to take action. I haven't wanted to move forward with all of these dreams, with all of these visions I receive, with everything inside of my heart that wants to manifest and birth through me into creation. The truth of my being that is just trying to ooze out of me. I've been holding it all back because I didn't want to create traps for my own being, and I didn't want to create traps for others. So I've been waiting. I've been sitting back. I've been peeling the layers and layers upon layers of false identification to self, so I could be here now and understand the value of the being, the value of the soul, the value of this now moment, and the value of the sacred exchange of the truth of our being, the depth of our soul, when we reveal ourselves completely to another. Say, here I am. Look at me. Because when we fully open ourselves up, body, mind, and soul, we say, here I am. They see themselves to depths they may be haven't been able to open themselves to, and that is the value. That's the gift. Look at you. Look at this depth of you. Look at this expression of you. This is you. This love, this light you're perceiving, it's you. Feel it. I have nothing to hide. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am again and again and again. Here I am. In heartache, here I am. In bliss, here I am. If I fall into suffering, here I am. When I come out of the suffering of mind, here I am. Always here, loving you. The truth of you is the truth of me, and the truth of me is the truth of you. And I don't know if this video has been all over the place, but I'm just feeling myself. And it's just coming through, and there's just, I used to share so much online, my process. And I feel like I took such a massive step back in projecting outward. I've been so internal, so just experiencing my life and experiencing what is showing up and deeply looking within. And I'm just so glad to be sharing my process again, sharing the truth of my experience again, and the sacred silence and the sacred step back has been so beautiful. And I've peeled back so many layers of false identification, and when I was sharing before, I attached my value before it, and I don't care anymore. I know my value, I know who I am, and I know whether or not I'm sharing it or not, it doesn't change it. The value is always here. And I can share that truth. I can share this value. But it doesn't, how other people perceive it, how many people perceive it, does not determine whether it's valuable or not. It is my truth, and it is pure value. Because it is truth. It is the truth of my being. It is the truth of my soul. It is the truth of my now moment, my now experience. And it is valuable to me. So I'm here now in this place, completely surrendered to life, to my being, to my inner being, fully trusted, fully devoted. Being honest, being truthful. Here I am. I was so confused before of what I should or shouldn't do, how to share my being and my soul without devaluing myself or without selling a lie to others that they are broken or that I have the answers for them, because I really don't. No one does. We can hold space for each other. We can share the truth of our beings, and that can reflect the truth we were looking for within ourselves. But it was you. You found it within yourself. So experiencing all these experiences and recognizing a lot of the false salesmanship and the false selling in spirituality and all of the world, that you're not whole and you need this outside of yourself, give me money, all of that, it puts such a sour taste in my mouth for even offering my being, for even offering a sound bath or a plant medicine ceremony because of what I was seeing. But none of that matters, and I see that now and I get it now. And it doesn't matter if we hold the truth within us, if we know the value within us, and if we don't sell a lie, because it's not selling. I will not sell, I will not sell, I will not sell. Here I am. If you wish to share my being, if you wish to to drink from my fountain, please do. But I ask unto you, respect it. Show yourself and show me that you are ready to drink from the truth of my being, from the truth of your being, from the endless well of abundance. By honoring the vessel, by honoring the being with value. By saying, I feel this value, I see this value. I want to drink this value. And I will give back the value. Because this is the same value within me and it's abundant. And that's where I'm at. I'm so tired. I don't even like that word. I'm complete. Playing these games of lack. I'm complete, accepting less than what I know to be true to my own being, which is value, which is honor, which is abundance. I'm done being swayed and convinced that what I have isn't valuable because I don't have the conventional thing, because I don't have the website. I had the website. It didn't change anything. In fact, it pulled me further away from my truth. Because I don't have the perfect Instagram post or the quotes or all of the false AI stuff, or I don't want any of that. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be me. I don't want the perfect website. I don't want the perfect branding. I don't want to fit into a niche. I don't want to sell myself. I don't want to brand myself. I want to be me. I want to share the truth of my beingness, the truth of my life, my stories, what I've grown through, the gates of initiation I have walked through to be here. What I am can't fit into a niche. The truth of my being can't fit on a website. It can't fit into a perfect Instagram post. It's multidimensional. It's beyond. It's ever changing. It's ever birthing. It's ever growing. It's ever evolving. It's ever becoming. It's nothing and it's everything. It's chaotic and it's peaceful. It's joyful and it's sorrowful. It's messy. And at the same time, it's not at all. But that's the truth of my life incarnation, is the truth of my being. It is here to fully embrace life and feel it all. And I just have been stumped with, how do I stand in this truth and have others see? And I spent so much of the past couple of years looping in, how can I be in my truth and have others see? And the minute I tried to have others see, I stepped out of my truth. The minute I tried to present myself online or through a website or through a post saying, here's my offering, I felt like I stepped away from my truth, the truth of my being. And the more and more I tried to fit into something, the more and more I tried to create an ad or a post that says, this is my offering, this is who I am, the further and further away from my truth I got. So I released it all, and I've been in the void for what feels like 1,000,000 years. And I'm back here now. I want to assist in a way that doesn't have anyone thinking they need anything from me, or that they are broken, or that I have the answers. In a way that is being, recognizing being, soul recognizing soul, and just being in what wants to come through, whether that be stories, whether that be in-home retreats, plant medicine, whether that be singing, whether that be energy work, body work, whether that be traveling together, whether that be renting a house together and just getting in there and seeing what have you identified yourself with that is preventing you from seeing the perfection of this now moment, the perfection of your being, and what has you not seeing and feeling the value of your soul. And that's the space I'm wanting to meet people in this passion, in this truth, in this fire. If we are one, let us remember our oneness, and let us assist each other in recognizing what is false identification to ego projections of ourselves and from others, from ourselves and from others, and let that burn in the fire as we love each other's beings and focus on the love, and let everything else dissolve and melt away, and let us return home. It's been quite the ride. I mean, life be life, and the past years of being nomadic, I was sharing online so much when I was still working a job and when I was still renting a house, and had my little content room. But when I started traveling, it all just fell away. And who I was then to where I am now is so beautiful. It's so sacred. And on that path, on that journey of being there, and so desperately trying to be enough, so desperately trying to be seen, so desperately trying to have others see the value I always knew was here. The love I always knew was here. And I thought someone else had to give me permission. And I thought someone else had to give me the green light to embody it, to live it, to speak it, to feel it, to know it. And I knew it all along, but I was like, oh, but I haven't been given the green light yet. I haven't been given permission. I haven't been recognized. But it was always me that needed to recognize me. And that has happened. And on that journey of recognizing myself, of just flowing all over the globe with no fucking plan and with no idea what I was even doing, this thing was happening through me, and my feet were moving, and my mind was saying, what is happening? What are you doing? But something was pulling me, and it was me. It's my being. It was pulling me that whole journey. It was the fire that purified all the false identifications. that revealed the truth of my being again and again. Each country broke me in every way, but it revealed the gold underneath, the false self I created. And I've been trying to get to this point for so long. The point I was trying to get to is like, on this whole journey, I was like, oh my God, all of this is happening. I'm moving through so much. I'm having all of these wild experiences. I'm meeting all of these wild people. I'm having like the most unbelievably, whatever you want to call it, spiritual, shamanic, like unexplainable, magical miracles are manifesting into my life that I couldn't comprehend with my mind. And I thought, I feel like I can't even get on my phone and share it because it would be to step out of the sacred unfolding. And I knew I had to just walk the path. And I thought it was all going to waste. But all of that has integrated into the truth of my being, and now I can be here now in this value. And that whole journey, the journey of our life, none of it is wasted. It turns into value, and that is our sacred gift we get to offer. And I see now it was never wasted. It was never meant to be shared in that state, because it was forming, it was becoming. The gift that I get to offer now, which is the clarity, the knowing, the trust, and the faith in my heart, in my soul, in my being, in God, in Goddess, in spirit, in life. That indeed when we leap, we fly. We soar. And if we fall, we are meant to fall, because when we hit the ground, we don't die. The fears die. Yeah. I'm so grateful for this life. I'm so grateful for this blessing. I'm so grateful for this now moment. I'm so grateful for every experience I ever had. I give thanks for my life. I give thanks for this moment. I give thanks for my path and every step I took, every step I take. It is sacred. It is holy. It is value. It is the path of the soul. It is the path of God. It is the path of light. It is the path of life. And I bless it. And I honor it. And I give thanks for it. And I celebrate it. The heartache, the pain, the suffering, the confusion, the doubt, the joy, the love, the knowing, the trust, the faith. It is all here. It is all a part of it. It is all sacred. It is all guiding us home to the truth of our being. Let us remember, let us give thanks, let us bless ourselves, let us bless our paths. Let us not take ourselves and life so seriously. Thank you for listening, if anybody listened. You're whole, you're worthy, you always have been. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Everything you seek is within. Know it. Feel it. Understand it. There's nothing outside of you that can make you more valuable, because you are value. We give value to objects. We give value to life. We are value. We don't gain value, we are value. Whether we realize it or not, the difference between someone who recognizes their value and someone who doesn't change whether or not they are equal in value is what I'm trying to say. If I recognize my value and you don't, we are equal in value still. I am not more valuable than you. I couldn't be. I'm you. My value is your value. Remember, it's in you. It's of you. It is you. I love you. I love you, me. I love you, you. If there is a you that watches this video. Because I love me, and I know I am you. And I know I love you. No matter what you're identifying with, I love you. Because I see you, the real you, underneath it all, behind it all, always shining, always valuable, always here, in love, in presence, in light, Spirit and God. Aho.